No.
Okay.
All right, let's start. I'm Gary Davis, and this is a book interview for a book called The Whiskey Chronicles. What normal people think of Christians. Now, you're not exactly normal, but you're not exactly Christian either. So this is kind of like right in between here. So why don't you tell people your name? How many guys you've? No, never mind.
We have editors.
We have editors. Yes, we do. Dang.
Okay, well, my name's Theresa. It's a lot like what you said. I'm kind of Christian, kind of not. Maybe lost is a good way to put it.
Okay.
Not telling you about guys. That part's out.
Good. Well, tell me a little bit about yourself so people know something about your history. I mean, did you grow up in the White House or anything?
No, not at all. Okay, so I grew up Catholic, and it was something that never really stuck because it was really old school Roman Catholic, and I didn't like it. And when I was a little girl, I was allowed to go to all these different churches of different religions, which was pretty neat. And I ended up really liking Christianity the most, but I didn't know until I grew up a little bit, and I did some research, and I found out I actually not a fan of Catholicism at all.
Why?
I don't stand for what they believe in. I feel like they really contradict themselves, which doesn't make any sense to me. Kind of way too overbearing. Didn't like that at all.
What do you think? What do you think real Christianity's about?
Well, my personal opinion, what I think real Christianity is just, love thy neighbor kind of thing. And something I've noticed that happens a lot is the first thing, what I think of is, you're not supposed to judge people because you're God, you're Jesus. You're supposed to be the person that judges you. Then who are you to judge anybody?
Duh.
Well, that's what I'm saying, but it happens a lot.
It does. Christians kind of, I think sometimes we set up people like you, well, this is what you're like. And the phrase that a lot of Christians use, I don't, is you're a non-Christian.
Mm-hmm.
That tells you nothing. I mean, that's so stupid. But you don't see yourself that way. You're a lot more than non-something.
Yeah.
But what are you?
Excellent question. Next.
Earth, the final frontier.
Yeah.
Yeah. What are you?
What do you mean, what am I? I'm a person?
Yeah?
I'm Theresa.
What lights you up? Not that.
G-rated. What do you mean?
What do you enjoy doing?
I enjoy being outside. I enjoy being with my family.
Yeah.
Imagine that. I enjoy doing activities. I like being busy. I like hiking. Actually like going to school, which I never thought I would like.
Wow. What are you studying?
Paralegal, like a legal course, law school type thing.
I knew that. Just had to ask it for the people watching this. That we'll never meet you, which would be unfortunate, but it's the way it is.
Thank you.
What are your, besides Catholicism, do you have any other concerns for either what you think Christians are like or beliefs or anything?
I would never bash anybody's beliefs because I guess that's the joy of the whole freedom thing. You can believe whatever you want. I don't agree with all of it entirely. And that goes for every religion I've ever looked into. There's a lot of things from a lot of religions I don't agree with. But the thing that bugs me the most is just when you contradict your religion. I don't know.
You mean you say you believe it, but then you do things that...
Yeah, you swear that you're like a diehard Catholic or you're a diehard Christian, and one of the things is if I'm remembering this correctly, in the Bible doesn't it say that you don't bow to anybody else, you don't worship anybody but me, the whole false idol thing?
Sure.
Yeah, people bow to the Pope every day.
Huh.
How does that work out?
There's a statement in the Bible where Jesus says, no one comes to the Father except through me. Does that make Christianity sound narrow-minded to you?
Yep.
What do you think of that?
Absolutely, because if he's your if he is your God and he's your creator and he's supposed to be like this big, loving, kind, understanding father type thing, I don't know, I feel like there's more ways to get to him and to come across to him and to speak to him than what people portray it to be.
Okay.
Does that make any sense to you?
In a way, yeah. I just know someone else I interviewed just said, well, can you approach God through any other means than Jesus? Or what if you don't approach God as Father? Actually, they had me stumped on that one.
That's a good one. It was good.
Yeah, it really was good. So we're still friends. She's
we're still friends.
she is. She's a practicing Buddhist.
Oh, nice.
And we're great. We're still great friends. So it's we're weird. She's always saying, you're a genuine Christian and I'm a Buddhist. Why do we even know each other? I said, we're just friends. That's the way it is. So, if you could change anything within Christianity, what would it be?
A big thing for me is honestly the whole judgment thing. I gotta tell you, some of the most judgmental, not understanding, closed-minded people have been Christians. And it's because a lot of it has to do with tolerance.
Yeah.
Which, don't get me wrong, it goes both ways, because a lot of people are not tolerant of Christians, but Christians aren't tolerant of other people either. And I feel that that's very narrow-minded and kind of foolish, stupid, in all honesty.
Duh.
And,
yeah.
Like I said, some of the most non-understanding, some of the most not forgiving, some of the most you're not welcome here people have been Christians or Catholics or people that believe in God, and I feel like that contradicts what God is really all about.
What about God judging us? Does he have a right to do that?
Absolutely. I mean, if you believe in him, if he is your God, then absolutely, because...
Well, what if he's not your God? What if you're...
Well, then I guess you don't care.
Good point. What's the most powerful thing you can think of about genuine Christianity, not the fake stuff?
The most powerful thing? The most powerful thing to me would probably be the fact that some people have told me, I've noticed everybody believes in God a little differently. Everybody sees him a little differently. Everybody portrays him to be a little different. But the most powerful thing to me was when somebody was telling me that think of him as like the ultimate forgiver. He's somebody that's always there. He's somebody that will always forgive you. He's always listening. He's always very understanding. That's really powerful because a lot of people don't have that. Like, in a way, no matter what you've done, no matter what has happened to you or whatever, he's somebody that you can always turn to and it will just be okay. Mm-hmm. That's pretty deep to me.
It is deep. That's quite rich.
Yeah.
You have nice eyes, Theresa.
Oh, thank you.
Would you marry me if my wife dies?
No. I'm really sorry.
Nobody yet has said yes. Oh, well. I guess I'm bound to live a life alone.
Are you going to kill Star? What happens now?
No, anyway. If you could sit down with God over a good meal, a fine glass of wine, and you could ask him any question at all, what would you ask him?
I got a couple of good questions. For one...
You only get one, sorry.
Only one?
No.
I would love for him to explain the whole dinosaur thing and the world being millions of years old. And yet, the Bible says that the world's only a couple thousand years old. And like all of a sudden there was nothing, and then boom, now here's the whales and the bees and the birds and a couple of people. Yeah. And yet there's dinosaurs, and I would love that to be explained.
Yeah. You've never seen the Gary Larson cartoon of there's a skeleton, embedded in a dinosaur print?
No.
Oh, never mind.
It's something I would like to know, though.
Yeah, what timelines of history? Are we billions of years old?
Yeah.
Some people think that the Bible says, well, the first guy that did it said we're 4,000 years old, and he actually got a date for creation. I think it was April 4th or something like that.
Yeah.
I mean, that's better than I can do.
Or he's just like April 4 sounds good.
Yeah.
That was a good day.
But, you know, or the scientists, right? Is it millions and millions of years?
Mm-hmm.
So it's a good question.
Yeah.
Any other questions you'd ask him?
I thought I got one.
I'm being generous. Go for it.
I don't know. I guess I'd like his personal opinion on some things. I think that could be kind of funny. You know, like there's
Or dangerous.
or dangerous. I mean, but a lot of people. I don't know. I guess I'd like to know, kind of, how does he feel about other religions and stuff like that? Because you read what he is supposed to think, but that's what he's supposed to think. You don't know if that's what he actually thinks. Have you asked him? You know, like, if we're supposed to be tolerant and understanding of everybody, then doesn't that include people of religious beliefs that aren't him? And how does he feel about it? Practice what you preach kind of thing?
Well, if you see him before I do.
Might.
I think we got enough. Is that all right with you?
I'm good.
I mean, we could continue this conversation over a nice dinner, a glass of wine.
As a matter of fact, you owe me some whiskey. I hope we're on the same page.
That's it?